Now let's get into trying to develop criteria that we're going to use for evaluating arguments. And this is kind of an introduction. We're going to go through a few examples. And what we're going to see is by looking at these examples, it's going to suggest how we would go about evaluating arguments, deciding if the arguments are good or bad. Well, let's consider the first example. Legalize, pun, is in favor of legalizing the possession and use of drugs. He reasons. Drugs should be legal. After all, those who use drugs only harm themselves. Now, in thinking about the argument that we have here, as a first step, we can reconstruct it. So it looks like legalize argument can be reconstructed as follows. Conclusion is that drugs should be legal, right? Legalize, that was the pun that Feldman's example came up with. And his reason for claiming that drugs should be legal is that drugs only hurt the people who use them. So the reconstruction, drugs only hurt those who use them. Therefore, drugs should be legal. Now, even people who think that all drugs should be legalized will probably not find this a very persuasive argument, or find it, I should say, a rationally strong argument. And I think if we take a look at the kind of responses that we have, the kind of rational responses, that we're going to find out what criteria we should use in evaluating argument. And let's look at there, as the slide says, there are various responses, but let's focus on two different kinds of responses to this argument. And we're going to focus on two kinds of critics.